talk. No regrets, don't owe nobody shit. So ironic, I'm paying debts. No enemy shall prosper up against us. I say I'm blessed. Victorious, my honor, I am righteous. I play it best. A king walk with all you fucking squares. I'm playing chess. Hit for couple bands, penetrate, and I make it stretch. I have bigger plans, and my options are making sense. Yo.
Yeah.
Alright, let's go.
Okay. Mr. Stones, hello. Let's start by talking about where your name came from. What is Miikey Stonez? What is he about? Where did that originate?
Miikey Stonez. Miikey Stonez came from, it originated once I reached a point where I wanted something new, something that I felt defined my character a little more. So I decided to change my name to Miikey Stonez. I was actually on the couch, and when I was laying down, I happened to just think about it while I was high. So that's where it came from, Miikey Stonez.
Can you say more about the evolution from who you were before to who you are now, and possibly even who you plan to be in the future if you want to take it that far?
The evolution started out when I was, I want to say 6, and it progressed really before then, but I started at 6, being around a bunch of real artists that really wrote. My father owned a record label, and I used to go on tour with him and everyone else, me and my family, and that's where it started. I used to be in the studio reciting the artist's material, and then a few years passed. I wrote my first rhyme when I was like 13, maybe 14, and then as I grew and started developing as an artist, I changed my name to Mikey L, and that's when I dropped my first real mixtape called Purgatory. And that was me kind of cleansing my mind away from a lot of bullshit. And now we have Miikey Stonez. It's a brief explanation.
Yeah. And if you had to name the 3 most important elements of what artist to you, what being an artist means, what creating work as Miikey Stonez means, what 3 elements would you name that are essential to your art process?
You said, Can you hear me? All right. So you said, can you repeat that question again?
What are the top 3 elements that are essential to your art and your process in terms of the artist formerly known as Miikey Stonez?
You mind passing me that cup? You mind passing me that cup? You've been a sweetheart to me.
The red one?
Yes. Thank you. It's fair.
Yeah, it's fair. You're right. Better not be a frame crawling around yours.
How I look on camera, do I look hot?
You look hot. Hot, baby. You look like a star.
I look like a star. I am a star.
Yeah. Exactly. That's what I said.
Try to clean it up. Yeah. So what was the question?
Yeah, so what are the top 3 elements that are essential for making art as Miikey Stonez?
The essential and most necessary 3 elements I would say is truth, honesty. Number 2 would be original thought, being original. And 3 is respect. Respect the craft. Have passion for the craft and do your best work. A lot of artists, a lot of things that I hear on the radio, a lot of people that I've came in contact with, I mean, they treat music now like as if it's just like a thing for a check. There's nothing else to them but that. And it's like, that's not what music is intended for.
Right.
So, and you know, a lot of the records that they make are trash. A lot of the things that I hear on the radio is trash. But the young kids are like jamming to it. But it's like, are y'all really jamming to it, or are you just numb? I think that a lot of ears, a lot of listeners, and a lot of the new generation may have become a little numb, or they may not even be aware that they are numb. In my opinion, not all of them. But, yeah.
Wow. That's big. Honesty, originality, and respect for the craft. And that's something that lends itself really well to any artistic discipline. So will you talk about how your music coincides with the other art forms that you do? Because you do multiple kinds of art. So will you talk about how that process is universal from one medium to another?
As far as where it stems, my inspiration.
Yeah, inspiration, or, you know, like if you're doing some other form of art that's not music, like maybe editing or even cooking, something like that, do those 3 things still apply?
All right.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's really the same approach. I was looking at an interview with Azealia Banks, and she was like, it was on the Breakfast Club, and she was discussing how there's a lot of lazy artists out there. And that's true. A lot of it is lazy. It's sloppy. It's like when you go to McDonald's and you see the commercial, and that's what you intend on. It's your expectation. And once you get there, and then it's sloppy. The lettuce is not the same. Right. Nothing is the. So it's like it's the same thing with any art form that I approach. I have to I try my best. I do my best. If it's not right, you know, I take my time and just try to provide change. I try to provide growth for people. I try to provide healing and inspiration. Anything that's going to help anyone level up, help anyone to improve, help anyone to expand. That's what I do it for. But I also have to express my heart. I have to express where I stand. So, because it's therapy for me. So, it's the same.
Yeah, it's the same across one art form to another.
Essentially.
Yeah, that's really cool too. So let's say I've never heard a single Miikey Stonez record. Say I'm not really familiar with, you know, the truth you seek to bring to it, the originality you seek to bring to it, the respect for the craft, the, you know, inspiration that you said that you hope people get from it. What is something that I need to know about you in order to dig in? You know, like where do you hope that people listening to your music will start?
How does that look? Is the lens clear?
Yeah.
There's nothing in front of it. I was like, oh, jeez. Excuse me. Thank you. So can you repeat that one more time? You said, where can you find? Say it again.
Yeah, so let's say I'm somebody who's not familiar with your music at all, and not familiar with everything that you stand for. what should I know before I dig in? You know, like let's say I'm on YouTube and I come across, oh, here's an artist called Miikey Stonez. Wonder what that's about.
I mean,
what do people need to know?
Well, I mean, one of my favorite artists, probably maybe my favorite artist, is Kid Cudi. But he says something that resonated with me, and it's I am you and you are me. So when you hear a record, or if you hear my name and you want to figure out what to expect, I'm providing a service of telling my truth. I've been through a lot of bullshit.
Yeah.
I've been through a lot of blessings. I've been through the same experience that others are going through. So somewhere in there, shape or form, you will be able to find something you can tap into.
Yeah.
Because the purpose is so it can resonate.
Yeah.
So that's what I expect. Hopefully,
Yeah.
it does. If it's not meant for you. But
Yeah.
you know, I try to provide a message.
So you mentioned Kid Cudi. Who else's music or art period? Maybe not necessarily even just music, but maybe visual art, movies, what have you. What other artists' work speaks to you in that way and resonates with you in that way?
I mean, artists that understands the pain, understands how it feels to be an outcast or to be on a different vibration that not many can relate to. So those artists always intrigue me. You know, I love Currency. Currency is probably by far one of the best. There's no guessing about that one. I love Jadakiss, Kurt Cobain.
Taking it back.
The list goes on and on. That's just to name a few. It's a variety. So.
Is there anything that all of those artists have in common?
Yeah, they resonate with me. I resonate with them. So.
Yeah.
You know, that's what I think art is for. Art is to share.
Yeah.
Art is to share. So.
You have any advice for any young artists just starting out, trying to find their voice, trying to find their way?
Yeah. Just stay true to you. Don't allow anyone to tell you what you can't do. And not as far as the cliche, but literally as your art form is your art form. Your craft is just that. So if someone doesn't like it or if they're making a suggestion, it's always cool to have an open mind, but follow your heart. Follow what sounds or looks or feels the best for you. And if they don't agree or if they have a problem with it, you just have to be unapologetic because it's your dream. It's your vision.
You gotta fight for it.
Yeah, it's a battle. You know, I also make a lot of music for suicidal people, suicidal thoughts. I feel like people that may not want to be here can relate to me in a lot of ways because I go through that all the time. I still have it now. Sometimes it kicks in where I just don't want to be here. And it's because everyone is so low. So many people are the planet, like population, masses. You know, it's a lot of just shadiness and foul beings.
Just low vibrations.
Low vibrations, and it's frustrating at times. But, you know, I have my good days and I have my bad days. But, you know, I put it into the music. So, just to add on to
Yeah.
one of those previous questions.
Yeah. Just do you turn to your own music in times like that? When you're facing something like that, do you have records you go to play that are records you made that lift yourself up?
Yeah.
Yeah.
The ones that I put the messages in for me.
Yeah.
A lot of my songs, I place messages. A lot of my records have personal messages for myself.
Wow. What a gift. I mean, that's like the best gift you can give yourself is here's something I know that you're going to deal with. You know, I know you're going to, at some point again in life, face tough times because they come and they go. And here's something that I made while I was up for you when you're down, you know. That's beautiful. Going forward, do you have anything that you're working on that you're like trying to improve? And I don't just mean like, oh, what do you have coming out next? Because we'll talk about that.
Mm-hmm.
But is there something that you're trying to learn or anything you're trying to master right now?
Well, I'm going a little further with mixing, learning how to actually record myself better, producing better. I've been on the grind. I've overextended myself sometimes, if that was the proper term,
Yeah.
for, you know, for a while. Like you said, you can see I got the artwork going on. I have the editing going on with the film, recording myself. Have artists that I'm putting efforts into to help them grow. I have finances, business, the regular daily shit that we go through. And, you know, I never had time to really record myself, or I may have not had the platform or the equipment. So, been working on that, staying true to the craft in that respect. And I'm working on, obviously, Purple Motion Pictures.
Yeah. Say more about that.
Yeah, that's, it was originally an EP I was working on. And that EP grew into an actual company. And we've been putting out work, a lot of videos, a lot of film. So that's where that stemmed from.
Yeah. Will you talk a little more about the less glamorous side of things? You know, I feel like people when people see an artist, and especially somebody who's making moves, they have this misconception that it's all, you know, video shoots and pretty girls and stuff like that. And you mentioned the more day-to-day. Talk more about what that looks like, you know, a day in the life.
Yeah, it's real.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I to be, what it is you know, a judgment. You know, just because of that, people read a book by its cover. They don't see what's on the inside. They only see what may appear. And, you know, that's a totally different element within itself. That's a totally different topic. Because perspective is really something that should be taught a little better, if it could be, which it can. But, yeah, I go through that. I go through a lot of shit with people. People misjudge me and they misread me a lot. People don't give me the opportunity. Once I step in a room, I'm never allowed to be myself. I have to fit into someone else's dream. I have to fit into their profile or their desire. I can't be myself. It's hard for me to be myself. because people are still caught in the matrix. They're still caught in this illusion, in this world that's not real. And I catch the aftermath because I can see I'm up. So when I'm up, it's a lot of sleep people. But that end result turns me into a place where I want to leave because I can't relate to many. So since I can't relate, that's where those suicidal thoughts come from.
Is that feeling of being misunderstood?
Misunderstood, family, friends, treacherous behavior from those that you love, you know, things that just hurt, things that really hurt, that you have to recognize. We're taught to just be tough or macho all the time, and that's just not real. Like, it's things that really hurt. And obviously you'll grow from your pain, but to experience the pain, the feeling is real. And when you feel that feeling every day, every second, and there's only a few that may relate to that feeling, who you obviously wouldn't want to be around. Well, you know, other thoughts start surfacing. You start questioning things. Why? Why am I here? What's the point? You know, especially when a lot of motherfuckers don't be real. A lot of motherfuckers don't be real with me. But then I'm the bad guy. I'm the bad guy because I speak my mind and I speak my truth and my honesty. And it seems as if I'm being confrontational, when actually I'm trying to get down to the bottom of what's going on so that people can have harmony. So, a little more elaboration on that.
No, yeah. What brings you back around when you have those moments of like...
God.
Yeah.
Allah brings me back. My angels bring me back. Wisdom, knowledge reminds me of what's going on. It strengthens me. Intuition and the spirit. You know, messages and signs. Because at the end of the day, I would just be weak if I didn't confront that pain. So I have to confront it. But it isn't easy.
Right. And you get weary.
Yeah, you can get very weary.
Yeah. Name, if you'd like, if you feel comfortable, some collaborators. Because, you know, music production is a collaborative art form. It's not created in a vacuum. So who are some people that you work with, and, you know, how does that dynamic work?
Honestly, I haven't really collabed.
Yeah.
I mean, I have a few family members, you know, that people obviously already know about. But on that level, or just collabing, period, with anyone, been really just doing my own thing. But it's not a lot of artists. It's not a lot of people that I like to listen to. It's not a lot of music out there that I want to jump on.
Right.
So it was like...
Not a lot of people who are doing things you want to be a part of.
Yeah.
So, I mean, I was going to ask, would you say for your own personal process, you work better with working on your own and then bringing it to a situation after you've created something on your own? Or do you do better with creating something with people? Like, let's say you decided
It's a pure space.
Huh?
It's a pure space.
What, on your own?
So yes, I prefer to create on my own.
Yeah. Even if you're collaborating with somebody.
It's therapy. It depends on the harmony. if we have that type of harmony and I feel comfortable, then yeah, we can create together and create something in raw form together. Depends on the situation. Depends on the person.
Are there any art forms that you haven't tried yet that you'd like to?
I definitely have to go and buy me an electric guitar and finish that mission. I have to finish that and the acoustic.
Yeah.
As far as music is concerned,
Yeah.
I would like to do some DJing.
Yeah.
Definitely would like to do some DJing. I could see me doing a few shows in my near future. And instruments, live instruments. And I would like to actually improve on my vocals, singing. I would love to make a fucking R&B album. Stop it. That should be hard.
Yeah.
And the thing is, I can actually sing.
Yeah.
I'm discovering that I actually do have a voice, but I just didn't have the right support and confidence around me.
Oh, yeah.
And I think that's another important thing for creators out there. You got to have the right people around you. It's a spiritual thing.